Hello, AfterWorld Pluto Radio, episode 4. We're talking about John the Baptist. We're talking about death. And we're wondering why it happens. We're wondering why John the Baptist resurrects and not Jesus. There are many answers to this question. I could say that people choose to want to come back. And if for some reason there's like a lot of karma, not everybody will be resurrected. It deals with the person. I just know John the Baptist was resurrected on planet Pluto. He currently resides down in the 50s. When they get resurrected, they go back in time. They go back to the timeline, the 1950s, and he's like younger with like slick black hair. So that's the news for him. So when we want to talk about death, I have 3 cards that represent that very well. Card and Cicero Margaretti's Divine Legacy Tarot. I have 3 of Cups, and I have the High Priestess card. They don't seem like cards. This one in particular, but definitely the Death card does fit well in the schemes of Pluto. And then we have the High Priestess card. High Priestess card, if you look at her, she's the gateway between worlds. This represents stuff. This represents life. So the antithesis of life is death, strong vibration. You can't have life without death. Kind of is what they're saying. And of course, the Death card, beyond the Grail, beyond the veil. So those 3 cards represent death the most. And we're talking about John the Baptist had a great resurrection, and we walked with him. I and the spirits and other people as well. Not all the time do I talk to spirits. I do talk to regular people who know how to do this and know how to be psychic and telepathic. But what it was like to just kind of put John the Baptist and his spirit to. He has a long soul. All you need is to read John in the Bible. You're going to get all the clues. All the clues that it's wanted about the Bible. But one thing I noticed, just the Pluto truth, not as juicy as it could have been. One thing I could say about AfterWorld Pluto Radio, Michael Jackson has been hiding out in my basement, but I don't think he's deceased. I think he's just a magician, and he just likes to be kind of like a pervert of like little girls and stuff like that. Messing around in my head and my memories and stuff like that. But I think he's a magician. I think he's just been hiding out and faking his own death and pretending to be a white woman with blonde hair. That's gonna be my Michael Jackson educated guess for the evening on Pluto Radio. Any other resurrections other than John the Baptist? People that actually came back. Joy Clarion, she's back, but then again, she never was. We created something called an alternate personality in the ESP, and it actually created a person, and this person spawned out from me and is actually currently residing with Elizabeth Clare Prophet now in the future, in like the 22nd century, like the 2100s. She's actually the daughter of Elizabeth Prophet, so she's an incident master. So I thought that was pretty clever. You could create an alternate personality of yourself, and they will go off and do things independently of you. And so you basically are a creator of that person, because that's what constitutes birth. Like, you're changed. You can't go back to not destroying things. So if it's like a big event in your life, you can't go back to just like not having it, like not doing it at all. So I voted to destroy them with love. Love has been my biggest asset and weapon in defeating the fallen angels. Really, no one else is supposed to kick the bucket. But whilst I'm here dealing with the fallen angels, that death energy is a blessing to people, because at the end of their lives, they get to change their stories and start again and start a new family. And it's going to go to 1950s. So just think about it like that. This episode 4 in the 50s already, with the long, slender. So look out for him because we're all going to be headed to the 1950s eventually. Black and white, pure 50s. Least try to stall and try to just take your time here in this world or any other world that you create in the universe and just create like another saga, like a story, incorporate my help, pray to Yahweh for me, and we can come together and make like a different life for you. Anything the 50s is nice, but I don't like what they did with the 50s. Like anything's better than the 50s because you get stuck there and it's like stagnate. You don't want it to just be like trapped there, like the end game forever. There's no other time frame that he likes the best. That's where everyone will go. Let's say to perfection. So we have to bow down to that. Or create your own story and try to stay in that story for as long as you can. Meaning like you create your life and you stick to the script. You try to create many lives. You can go with different time frames, but just don't reside yourself for the 50s. Okay. So episode 4 is almost over. Once again, last cards of death, liveliness, vivaciousness, music, seductiveness, very entrancing, allurement. High Priestess card, going into the other world. And the straight death card is in between of just like nothingness that you feel, where you think all is gone and all is lost, but really you just wake up to like another body, another situation, another universe, or you get streamlined to the 50s, and so then that's going to be like your last everything. You're not going to have another life. You're just going to be who you are. You're not going to have another chance to do it right. Just be in the well, I don't know, may or may not, right? Because someone might give birth to you in the 50s.